I opened my mouth, but no words came out. Time felt slow, but my thoughts were fast. I could hear my heart beating inside my chest. Everyone was waiting for me to speak, but my voice stayed silent. I knew English. I understood the question. Still, nothing came out. This is what fear feels like when you live in the UK, and English is not your first language. If this feeling sounds familiar, this slow English story is for you. Before coming to the UK, I believed my English was good enough. I studied for many years. I watched English videos. I practiced simple conversations. I could read and write. I could understand slow English. I told myself that living in the UK would help me improve faster. I was excited, but I did not know how different real-life English would feel. When I arrived in the UK, everything felt new and overwhelming. The airport was busy, people spoke fast and confidently. Announcements played loudly. I tried to listen carefully, but my brain felt tired very quickly. English was no longer a lesson. English was everywhere, all the time. I felt small in a big place. The first few days were the hardest. Even simple things felt stressful. Buying food, asking for directions, taking the bus. People were polite, but they spoke quickly. They expected answers quickly. I needed time, but English did not slow down for me. Many times I smiled instead of speaking. I nodded instead of answering. Inside I felt frustrated with myself. One day I went to a small shop near my home. The shopkeeper asked me a simple question. I understood every word, but I needed time to think. My mind started translating. My heart started racing. People behind me were waiting. I felt pressure. I felt embarrassed. I answered in a very low voice. My words were not clear. The shopkeeper asked again. My face felt hot. I wished the moment would end quickly. When I left the shop, I felt disappointed. Not angry at anyone, but angry at myself. I asked myself, why can I understand English but not speak? That question stayed with me for many days. Living in the UK means English follows you everywhere. On the street, on buses, in shops, at work, at the doctor, everywhere. At first this felt scary. My ears were always listening. My brain was always working. At night I felt mentally tired. English did not give me rest. Taking the bus was another challenge. The driver spoke quickly. Other passengers asked questions confidently. I listened carefully, but sometimes I missed words. I was afraid of asking again. I was afraid of sounding stupid. Sometimes I got off at the wrong stop. I walked extra distance instead of asking for help. Fear controlled my choices. At work, English felt heavier. My co-workers spoke fast and used expressions I did not know. They joked and laughed together. I smiled, but inside I felt separate. I wanted to join the conversation, but fear stopped me. I worried about my accent. I worried about my grammar. I worried people would not understand me. Silence felt safer than speaking wrong. Every day I told myself that tomorrow would be better. Every night I practiced English alone. I repeated sentences softly. I talked to myself in the mirror. Alone, I felt confident. Alone, my English sounded okay. But real conversations were different. Fear changed everything. Sometimes I replayed conversations in my head. I thought about what I wanted to say, but did not say. I imagined better answers after the moment passed. This made me feel more frustrated. I knew the words, but fear blocked my voice. Maybe you feel this too. Maybe you understand English when you listen, but speaking feels impossible. This feeling is very common, especially for beginners living in the UK. Wanted to say, but did not say. I imagined better answers after the moment passed. This made me feel more frustrated. You are not alone in this struggle. Every morning before work, I prepared myself mentally. I listened to slow English while drinking tea. I repeated simple sentences. I tried to calm my mind. I promised myself I would speak at least one sentence that day. Some days I did. Some days, fear won. One morning at work, my manager asked me a simple question in front of others. I knew the answer clearly. My heart started beating fast. My hands felt cold. My throat felt tight. For a moment I wanted to stay silent again. Silence was familiar. Silence felt safe. But something inside me pushed me to try. I took a deep breath. I spoke slowly. My sentence was short. My grammar was not perfect. My accent was not British. The room felt quiet for a second. Then my manager nodded. He understood me. He replied normally. The conversation continued. Nobody laughed. Nobody looked angry. Nobody judged me. That small moment changed something inside me. I realized that the fear inside my head was bigger than the real situation. People were not waiting for perfect English. They were waiting for communication. After that day, my thinking slowly started to change. I stopped trying to speak fast. I stopped copying native speakers. I stopped worrying about small mistakes. I focused on clear, slow English. I gave myself permission to take time. I started listening differently. I listened for meaning, not every word. I accepted that I would not understand everything. This acceptance reduced my stress. When my stress reduced, my understanding improved. Some days were still difficult. There were days when English felt heavy again. There were days when I felt tired and frustrated. But I reminded myself that learning a language is not a straight path. Some days are good, some days are hard. Both are part of learning. At work, I slowly started speaking more. Short sentences, simple questions, clear answers. I noticed something important. Most people were patient. Most people wanted to help. My fear had created a false story in my mind. Confidence did not come suddenly. It grew slowly. Every small success helped. Every small conversation mattered. Slow English helped my brain relax. Calm English helped my confidence grow. I learned that living in the UK with English fear does not mean you are weak. It means you are brave enough to live in a new country and learn a new language. Fear is not failure. Fear is part of growth. English feels scary when it is fast. English feels friendly when it is slow. You do not need a perfect accent. You do not need perfect grammar. You only need to be understood. After that small moment at work, I started noticing my feelings more clearly. Fear did not disappear, but it became softer. It was no longer a wall. It became a door that I could slowly open. I still felt nervous before speaking, but now I believed that trying was better than staying silent. One of the most difficult situations for me was talking on the phone. Face-to-face conversations were hard, but phone calls felt impossible. I could not see the person's face. I could not read their expressions. I could not guess their feelings. Only fast English in my ear. Many times when my phone rang, my heart started racing. Sometimes I let the call stop. I told myself I would call back later, but later never came. In the UK, phone calls are important. Doctors, work, banks, schools all use phone calls. Avoiding them was not a solution. One day I had to call the doctor's office. I practiced the conversation many times before calling. I wrote simple sentences on paper. My hands were shaking when I dialed the number. When someone answered, my mind went blank again. The person spoke quickly. I missed some words. I asked them to repeat. My voice was quiet, but I did not hang up. I stayed on the call. I listened carefully. I spoke slowly. The call was not perfect, but it was successful. When I ended the call, I felt tired but proud. That small phone call felt like a big victory. Living in the UK also taught me about loneliness. Even when surrounded by people, I sometimes felt alone. Language creates connection. When language feels difficult, connection feels distant. At work, people chatted easily. On the bus, people spoke casually. I listened, but I rarely joined. Silence made me feel invisible. Some evenings I walked home quietly. The streets were busy, but my mind felt empty. I missed my home country. I missed speaking freely. I missed feeling confident with words. English felt like a barrier between me and the world. But slowly small changes started happening. I began greeting people more often, simple words, simple smiles. Good morning. Thank you. Have a nice day. These small interactions mattered. They reminded me that communication does not need to be long or complex. One day, a co-worker asked me where I was from. Before I would answer very shortly. This time I tried to say a little more. I spoke slowly. I made mistakes. But the co-worker listened patiently. They asked more questions. The conversation felt real. I felt seen. That day I understood something important. People do not expect perfection. They expect honesty. They respect effort. When you try, people usually try with you. Another big challenge was understanding accents. In the UK, English sounds different everywhere. Sometimes I felt confident listening to one person, then completely lost with another. At first, this made me feel discouraged. I thought my English was getting worse, but actually my ears were learning. I started listening more without panic. I accepted that I would not understand everything. I focused on key words. I paid attention to tone. This helped me feel calmer. When my mind was calm, my understanding improved naturally. There was a moment when I realized I was changing. I was standing at a bus stop. Someone asked me for directions. My first instinct was fear. Then I noticed something new. I did not freeze. I answered slowly. I used simple words. The person understood me and said thank you. That moment felt powerful. I was no longer only a learner, I was a speaker too. Confidence grows quietly. It does not announce itself. One day you just notice that you are less afraid than before. You notice that silence is no longer your only option. You notice that your voice comes out more easily. Some days English still felt heavy. There were days when I was tired and made many mistakes, but I stopped judging myself harshly. I reminded myself how far I had come. I reminded myself that progress is not always loud. I learned that slow English is strong English. Speaking slowly gives your brain time. It gives your listener time. It builds understanding. There is no need to rush. Living in the UK taught me that courage is not loud. Courage is quiet. Courage is trying again after fear. Courage is speaking even when your voice shakes. If you are listening to this story and you feel scared to speak English in the UK, remember this. Your fear does not mean you are failing. Your fear means you care, and caring is the first step to growth. Over time, I stopped measuring my English by mistakes. Earlier, every wrong word felt like failure. Every pause felt embarrassing. But slowly, I learned to measure my English by courage. Did I try today? Did I speak one sentence today? If the answer was yes, that day was a success. Living in the UK teaches you patience. Nothing changes fast. Language does not change fast. Confidence does not grow fast. Everything grows quietly, one small step at a time. Some people learn English quickly. Some people need more time. Both are normal. I learned to stop comparing my journey with others. One important change happened inside my mind. I stopped saying, "My English is bad." I started saying, "My English is learning." That small sentence changed everything. It removed shame. It gave me hope. Words have power, even inside our own heads. I also learned that English is not only words. English is body language. English is tone. English is intention. Even when my grammar was wrong, people understood my meaning. Communication is not perfection. Communication is connection. One evening, after work, I sat alone with a cup of tea. I thought about my first days in the UK, the fear, the silence, the loneliness. Then I thought about now. I was not fearless, but I was stronger. I was not fluent, but I was confident. That difference mattered. There were moments when people corrected my English. Earlier, this hurt me deeply. I felt small. But later, I understood something important. Correction is not rejection. Correction means someone listened to you. Someone cared enough to help you improve. I started accepting corrections calmly. I repeated the correct sentence. I thanked the person. This made learning faster and lighter. Fear slowly lost its power over me. I also began helping other beginners. When I met someone new who felt scared like me, I understood their silence. I smiled. I spoke slowly. I waited patiently. I became the person I needed when I first arrived. That made me proud. One day I realized something very important. English did not change me. I changed my relationship with English. I stopped fighting it. I stopped fearing it. I accepted it as a friend that speaks slowly with me. Your accent is not a problem. Your pauses are not a problem. Your slow speed is not a problem. The only real problem is giving up. And you are not giving up because you are here, listening, learning, trying. If you are living in the UK and English feels scary, remember this. Many people around you feel the same. You are not weak. You are brave. Learning a new language in a new country takes courage every single day. Speak when you can. Listen when you need. Rest when you feel tired. Learning is not a race. Learning is a journey. Some days your mouth will open and no words will come out. That is okay. It does not mean you failed. It means you are still learning, and learning means you are moving forward. Slow English is not lazy English. Slow English is clear English. Calm English is confident English. Trust yourself. Your voice matters. Your story matters. One day you will speak and surprise yourself. If this slow English story helped you feel calm, safe and confident, stay with this channel. This space is made only for UK A1 beginners like you. Here, English is slow. English is kind. English is possible. Thank you for listening. You are learning, you are growing, and you can do this.